Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And this is Battle Report 301.
301.
Orcs and Goblins versus the Warriors of the Dark Gods.
The WDG. And you're back to Orcs and Goblins.
Orcs and Goblins have made their return.
Equitane has been retired yet again?
I don't think it'll be gone forever. I think I'll drag them out and play them every once in a while.
Yeah.
But this one's at Huzzah Hobbies. This is a Brawler's practice. The Brawler's Bash is coming up. And this is a practice game for that tournament.
And that's, 5,000 points?
And that tournament is...
6,000 points.
6,000 points.
Okay.
They use what they call the Carnage system. They don't use the 0-20 scoring.
Mm-hmm.
What your victory points you scored from your opponent, are what your score is for the tournament.
So it's just what you kill, not what you lose.
All it matters about what did you kill.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can. So on that last turn, like, oh, I don't know if I want to charge that because I might lose, but you might win. So there's no reason not to do it, unless you don't want to give your opponent points.
Right.
And they don't do secondary objectives. They have 5 of these. There's going to be 5 of these cards that each player gets. You have to use 1 per game.
Mm-hmm.
And they give bonus points. They have a goal on them and then an advantage on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the one here. One of them I saw was all gigantic models gain maximized stomps.
Guess you're annoyed if you already have that.
If you paid for that,
No, yeah.
if you're a dark elf and you dread elf and you paid for that, you might be a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But there it is.
Well, the big giant gets that too, doesn't it?
The what? Oh, the
Big Brother?
The Big Brother,
Yeah.
yes. Well, you only get this in one game, though,
Yeah.
so whatever. Anyway. And then, of course, 6,000 point armies.
Okay.
So, having said that, here's my 6,000 point orc list. I have a Feral Orc Warlord. He's going to look really familiar if you've seen my older videos. General, Paired Weapons, Light Armor, Shady Shankin, Essence of Mithril, Troll Ale Flask, Dragonfire Gem on a boar. Now, the one thing I have made change from my older guy was this guy has the Dragonfire Gem instead of the Potion of Swiftness. Other than that, it's the Feral Orc Warlord I love, I think is fantastic. Feral Orc Chief, BSB, Paired Weapons, Light Armor, Shield, Hero's Heart, Basalt Infusion on a boar.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with this guy, I mean, the Hero's Heart, you lose the benefit of your Born to Fight rule.
Mm-hmm.
But your Hero's Heart makes you strength 5 all the time, so it's fine. Feral Orc Shaman, Master Shamanism with Paired Weapons, Magical Heirloom. I've added an Obsidian Rock to him, and he's riding a boar, just for a little bit of MR. After playing the Equitane with all that MR I was playing with him, having a couple points of magic resistance is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Force Goblin King with Paired Weapons, Shield Breaker on a Gargantula. I like the Shield Breaker Paired Weapons option. Gives him 5 attacks with poison and no armor save.
Okay.
I think it's fun. He's only strength 4, but the thing the thing the Spider has problems with is armor.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either go Great Weapon and beat your way through it, or you can go Paired Weapon and get through it that way.
Right.
2 Cave Goblins Chiefs with lances on Cave Gnashers. I love those things. And
but you only have 2 of them.
You can only have. Well, I think you can have 3 now.
I said you only have 2 of them.
I only have 2 of them. I ran out of points.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Can't fit.
New model came out.
Can't fit everything.
From GW. Another one.
Of this guy?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look at that. Feral Orc Ed Bash.
And he's plastic, so it'll be.
Really?
It won't break or anything.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because mine are both broken that need repair.
Yeah.
Anyway. It doesn't show it, but 30 Feral Orc Ed Bashers, full command, Green Tide Banner, and the Mammoth Stabba.
It doesn't show it.
Doesn't show
the number.
30. Yeah,
it's 805 of them. It's a small unit.
It's a small unit.
I'm just going to cover your side of the table with this one unit of infantry.
When I was looking at this, there is no limit to the number of orc archers you can have.
That's true.
That thought did briefly cross my mind. A unit of 9 common orc boar riders, full command, lance, shield. Another unit of 10, full command, lance, shield. Brings my core up to just about I think 19 over minimum.
Okay.
But you can't remove a model and get 19 points.
Yeah.
And I can't remove a member of the command because that's 20, and then I drop a point below.
There you go.
Talk about annoying. Anyway, 5 Orcs and Goblin Raiders, and 11 Nasher Herd, 12 common mounted Ed Bashers, full command of the Micanox Totem, a Gargantula, 2 Git Launchers, a Splatter with Overseers, a Splatter with an Overseer, and 3 Skewers. So, I've got an extra 1,500 points to play with. You know, in this 6, 7, 8, 800 of that came out in artillery. So, there you go.
So only one splatter.
Only one splatter, 2 Git Launchers. I like the Git Launchers better. Always have. They're more to me. They're more multi-purpose, and they hit better.
Yeah, I was thinking in context, since this is like the idea. This is monsters, right?
It's kind of monsters. I don't think I'm gonna see the units that the splatter are good at. Of course, the splatter does have the strength.
Right.
Strength 7 hit for D3 wounds, but you only get 1 shot at that. I'd rather have the 2 shots as bad as my artillery does.
Okay.
Typically. Moving on. So my opponent has a Chosen Lord of Greed as his general. He's got the Trophy Rack, Blessed Inscriptions, Basalt Infusion, Talisman of Shielding, Veilgate Orb, Ether Icon, Dark Prelate, and he's on a War Dais. He's got a Chosen Lord of Gluttony with paired weapons, Touch of Greatness, Death Cheater, and Idol of Spite on a Karkadan.
Okay.
Sorcerer with Veil Walker, Master of Evocation, Destiny's Call, Dragonfire Gem, Scythed Sky Wheel, and a Sorcerer Adept, Shield Breaker, Gladiator Spirit, Book of Arcane Mastery, and Black Steed.
Like every option of mount, pretty much.
Yes, one of each.
Yeah, with a few well, I mean, he doesn't have any of the big ones, but yeah.
2 units of 8 Warhounds, unit of 20 Warriors of Greed, full command and Relentless Company. Banner, 9 Barbarian Horsemen with the Musician and Standard. 6 Warrior Knights, Musician Standard, Lances, and the Stalker Standard. 6 Warrior Knights of Envy with full command, Lance, and the Stalker Standard. 4 Chosen Knights of Gluttony, full command and the Rending Banner. A Warrior Chariot, a Chosen Chariot of Gluttony, and a Marauding Giant with a Tribal War Spear. All right.
Tribal War Spear.
It's the one that does D3 against.
Yeah, I know what it is, but it also means you can join. You can join barbarians.
You can join barbarian footman.
But he doesn't have any barbarians.
But he doesn't have it.
Okay.
But knowing he's going to see monsters, he went with that.
Yeah.
Is what his idea was. Evocation spells, Whispers the Veil, Touch the Reaper, Ancestral Aid, and Spectral Blades. And I guess he has a Bound Occultism, another Bound Evocation, and then he took Hellfire and Quicksilver Lash with the other guy, with his Alchemy guy. I do have the 2-up Knights, 2-up Armor Save Knights, so it's and 3-up, a lot of 3-up Orcs, but anyway, guess that was his thinking there. All right, so deployment. There we go.
So it's 6,000 points on their normal size table?
On a normal size table.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's crowded.
Yeah.
Can be crowded. You can see there's a ruin on the left, forest up top, impassable in the middle, wall, impassable top right, bottom right kind of is a field, wall in the center of my deployment, and on the left there's a hill. And he dropped first because he wanted to go first, so I got to drop everything, and that's what you see there.
You gonna fix those green bases?
Yeah, I do. I've got to fix it. I didn't think I would ever need that many boars. So
or a third bolt thrower.
Or a third bolt thrower who's still on the square thing, without a crew or anything. So, but yeah, I've got some work to do, but I got a month to do it. So.
Well, I guess without a crew's not bad because I don't, most of the artillery I see these days has no crew.
Yeah,
it's like magic shooting.
It's actually kind of rare to see crew on artillery anymore.
Which is too bad.
And he's still working on his, you can see, because he's got a
few shadow warriors.
Shadow dogs.
Yeah.
So he's got first turn, and he comes marching up.
Mm-hmm.
Puts the dogs up there in my face. Moves the other one on the right to come forward a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The guy on the side sky wheel is back there behind the building.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the right hand side. There's the barbarians in the back corner.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like a tribal war spear.
That doesn't look much like a spear.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I'm just saying.
He may work on that. I don't know. Actually, I think he's fine with that giant, so I doubt we'll see much done to him. So there you have that. That's his first turn. So not my first turn. That's back to his left side.
Okay.
And there's my first turn. My first turn. Both the spiders are going to charge both units of dogs.
Okay.
The units of dogs here in front of me on the right, he left it exactly just inside over 18, but inside 19. So he gave me a charge. He could have deployed back an inch and not, but he gave me the charge, so I took it, knowing his generals on the left side and their leadership 5, and they're not happy about that. Over here, the orange spider, I charged into those guys to get rid of them. And of course they make it. And there's my spells, by the way. Born to bring the pain. I don't know. The +1 strength or toughness, totemic summons, savage fury, and entwining root. It's not entwining roots.
No.
It's break the spirit.
Yeah.
Break the spirit. Okay. Awaken the beast. Is
Stuff from shamanism.
Stuff from shamanism.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. The first turn, he did beat leadership 5. He panicked, ran through the building, and lost 2 of them.
Okay.
Elsewhere, came forward, where you can see. I'm okay if his giant charges the Nashers.
What's that big red thing on your guys?
That is an arrow to represent the. Another thing I have to paint is my big stabber.
Ah.
Yeah, I've got the model for it. I just need to paint it.
I actually found I have 2 of those things.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've got it.
Not painted, so I can't help you there.
No, I just need to get off my butt and paint it. Anyway, so we got that. You can see the Wolf Riders up here have taken their move and got in front of the big unit of warriors to protect my spider for the oncoming counterattack. And we munch the dogs and turn and face.
Okay.
My magic phase, if you notice in the top right, I summon a totemic summons.
Yep.
And so excited about getting him into the game, I forgot to use my breath weapon on the first turn.
Ah, okay.
Even though he came in, forgot to use it.
He's out of arc, I assume.
For what? Oh, to be charged? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's out of arc to be charged. But I did want to come in and try to kill 1 or 2 of those guys. Because there's really nothing else he's going to do much to. So we're going to go to his turn 2. The warriors are going to charge into the front of the dogs, the wolf riders. Chariots coming into their flank. The Karkadan unit here is chosen knights of whatever are going to charge the spider.
Okay.
And over on the right, the giant and the barbarians are both combo charging the Nashers.
Okay.
Giant does not have swift stride. And fails the charge. But the barbarian horsemen all make it in.
Giant doesn't have swift stride?
No. No. The orc one does if you do the war cry.
Yeah. I didn't realize they didn't have swift stride.
I would have been happier had he been, 1 or 2 less, even 2 or 3 less barbarians over there on the right, but whatever. The Karkadans as well, chosen knights also fail their charge. But the other 2 units, of course, make it in, since those were automatic. And what do we got going? There's a better picture of that. Knights come marching out of the ruins and hop up on the hill. They do have the swift stride, the stalker standard, so no dangerous terrain there. And we move over to the right hand side, and that's where he comes up. He's got this unit back here in reserve, which is interesting.
Okay.
But I think he was counting on the chosen knights getting out of there, which is much sooner. Taking a couple pictures. Magic put 2 wounds on my orange spider with the character on it.
Okay.
And Over here, the barbarians just blow me out.
Wow.
I think he killed 5 of me to my 3.
Your agility.
4. We went Simo.
4, okay.
We went Simo. These 3 base 3, 4 on the charge. Yeah, we went Simo, and he killed 5 of me. I killed only 3 of him.
Wow.
And we broke. We popped and didn't even kill one on popping. Rolled a 1 to wound. So yeah, got that going for me. And of course he elected to run off the board.
Oh, okay.
That's where they go. Back to my turn. My turn of chariot, of course, blew through my wolf riders, and then elected to run and missed getting into the spider by 2, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's that?
So what's your thought here? Is blow that out and hope to hit the flank of those warriors?
I overlap the flank of the warriors. So blow it out and hit the warriors in the flank.
Okay.
That's his general here on the corner.
Right.
And I think I can put enough attacks at strength 7 on him. I got the Mykonox totem, so I can drop his ward save. And now if I can hit him, I'm wounding him on 2s, which is going to be a -4 to his, I think, 2-up armor. So he's going to have a 6-up armor, and I think I kill him.
Okay.
I think if he declares a challenge, I probably ignore it. If it's the character, if that's the guy that declares a challenge, I ignore it so I can put all my attacks on him.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got my general and BSB here on the corner as well, so they're going to be lined up on him. But anyway, so that's my thought. And over here, the boars, they need a 9, but they're going to try to charge into the giant.
Okay.
The totemic summons later on is going to go into them as well.
Okay.
The totemic summons makes it, but the other guys do not.
Okay.
My purple spider just moved forward to block the chosen knights. I keep calling them Carcadans. That's what they are, but anyway. He moves forward to block them. And the cave Nasher over here on the cave goblin chief on the Nasher on the far right
just waiting
for his friends to come back.
He's only got 5 left. Okay.
Yeah, he's got 5 out of what did he start with? 8, I think.
Okay.
No, because he had 3 and 9.
He had 9. Okay.
I think it was 9. So I guess I killed 4, but
okay.
Still wasn't enough. I didn't think.
Yeah.
The feral orcs just move forward, and everyone else gets in position. The big orange spider with my character on it peeled off over and came all the way over here to the right.
Okay.
To support my other spider, and my boar boys came up to block the.
Just a regular boar boys.
Yeah, they're just common boar boys. There is 10 of them, but the common boar boys came up to block the knights.
I'm not stopping those guys.
Those guys are only strength 4. I think.
Oh, they don't have lances?
Somebody had lances. Maybe they do have lances. Maybe that's not a good decision. So we got that. Shooting actually kills off one of the chosen knights.
Shooting
from the bolt throwers and the get launchers ends up taking one off.
Okay.
I actually hit with the rock lobber.
Oh, okay.
And rolled a 1 for number of wounds.
Ah.
I made a mistake here. Just not being used to it. Actually, he killed 2 of them. Killed 2 now that I'm thinking about it, because he had 1 in the back, didn't he?
Okay.
Because he had 4 with a character. So anyway, killed 2. I made a mistake here in the fact that he doesn't have 5. I could have targeted the guy. Because I don't think they have the special rule where you only need 3 for cover.
Yeah, they don't.
So that was dumb on my part. But it's what it is. Over here, the totemic summons charged into the side, used his breath weapon, did nothing. Actually caused 2 wounds to the giant. Versus only taking 1 back.
Wow.
So he has a charge, a flank, and 2 wounds, 4 to 1. Won that combat by 3. And he broke, and I ran him down. Taught him a lesson. And over here, blow through the chariot and slay him into the side.
Okay.
I get a wheel. I'm only getting 4 of my models in.
Yeah, I figured it was 'cause
But
of the building.
the building's blocking me from getting anything further.
And are you out of line of sight of the Karkadan guys?
I am.
Okay.
I am not.
Okay.
But the spider's there.
Well, it's more
his-
the character.
The character's there on the side. The only thing I'm not sure of is if he's in the rear or not. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're gonna go to turn 3. Turn 3, he decides not to do that one and comes forward to kill my orange spider. The character on the Karkadan is coming forward to charge the spider.
Okay.
And his knights on the far left are going to charge my boar riders.
Okay. Oh, they made it in.
It's a big shocker there. The Karkadan hero guy made it in, and the other chosen knights reform and just kind of stay in front of me to keep up blocking. The dogs actually rally on a 5, and the chariot comes forward, I guess, to stop my totemic summon. He's positioned himself behind my totemic summons so he can help in the fight with the spider if he needs to next round. And using my own totemic summons as a blocker for himself.
Right. Okay.
On the right, you can see the barbarian horsemen have come back on.
Mm-hmm. And they're right there.
On the far right, and they just parked right in front of me.
Okay.
He wanted them chaff just
Yeah.
so I can hit the side of that chariot, which
Okay.
they made it far enough to do. I got that fight. There's everyone lined up, ready to fight. And this guy down here on the bottom right, sorry, where's the next picture? There we go. His hero just wipes out my spider.
Mm-hmm.
I'd already done 2 wounds to the spider, but he came in and did 6 and killed it before I got to go.
Okay.
Not happy at all about that. But that's what happens. And over here, my boar riders actually we kill the general, and we put enough so that he's not steadfast. He actually did no wounds back to me. Just terrible luck. His general had 5 attacks and rolled 5 or 6 attacks and rolled nothing but 1s and 2s.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just a horrible roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then the unit, he only had 2 guys fighting, and the guys on the guys that ride the war dice or whatever fought back. But we crushed them. They broke, ran, and we ran them down and killed them.
Okay.
So huge upset there. And then in this fight, he kills 5 of me, and I kill 1 of him. Yeah, he didn't roll that great, but needs 3s to hit and 2s to wound, and didn't do that great. So back to my turn.
You stood.
I stood right by General and BSB are right behind him.
Right. But still.
I needed a 4.
Yeah, I'm saying I know.
I needed a 4, but I had 2 shots.
Yeah, that was a low roll.
But
wow. Okay. Now that worked out for you.
it did really well. Because had he won that, he turns and he's in my flank right now.
Yeah, but your turn's next, so.
Yeah, that's true. I have to deal with him. So down here, the purple spider that's left is going to charge into the chosen knights, and one of the hoppers, cave squig hoppers, is going to go with them.
Okay.
And on the far right, the boar boys are going to charge the flank of the barbarian horsemen to clean those up.
Okay. Your hopper's not helping?
No, he decided to just leave himself and stay free.
Okay.
We go to artillery, and we put 3 wounds on this guy. But,
Missed it by that much.
it's what it is. And come over here, you can see the totemic summons just kind of dash through the gap, heading back towards the knights. He's just trying to get in the way at this point. And my orcs moved up. The feral orcs moved up, sit in front of the chariot. I just need to make really good. I'm pretty sure the boar boys can deal with this over here on the right. If they can't, well, I'm screwed.
Was your Nasher in the flank or in the rear of that cavalry unit? The one you didn't charge?
It was in the flank as well, I believe,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. the big unit of Boar Boys, the biggins, Ed Bashers, turn and face the rear of this unit of Knights on the hill.
Okay.
The guys back here behind the building are facing off in the wrong direction, so I don't have to worry about them.
Okay.
And if I turn to face them, the stupid guy on the flying disc will just move away.
And you stayed the same depth. Okay.
Pretty much stayed the same formation. Over here, the Boar Boys did take care of the barbarians.
Looks like you killed one.
He killed one of me.
Mm-hmm.
Got rid of the guy with the green base.
And you chased him down.
And I chased him down and killed him. So over here, talk about a disaster. Between the Spider and the Cave Gnasher hero, we did, I think, 1, maybe 2 wounds.
Wow.
And they did enough to break me.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't real thrilled at all with this.
What did he do to you? I see 1 wound.
I think there's wounds on the Spider, as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I might have done at most 2 wounds in a charge. And, you know, he evidently did. I see 1 on that guy, so must have put at least 2 on the Spider.
Maybe by the standard.
And then he wins by the standard if it's just 1. And of course we both break.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay.
One way, now that I think about it, I actually did lose that combat by 1.
And both units fled?
And both units fled. Well, the Spider at that point's only a stubborn 6.
Yeah.
And the other guy's a 7.
Did you take any wounds running
Minus
through
1.
his character?
I believe I took another wound or 2 going through the character.
Is he in line of sight or is he out of line of sight?
He's in line of sight of me. He can see the front corner of my guy.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
But you escaped.
I escaped for the time being.
Yeah.
Yes. And over here, now he's down to strength 4.
Yeah.
And he just can't put any wounds on me. And I actually killed 1 and won that combat and made him check.
That's bad luck too.
So we're going to go into turn 4. Turn 4, his knights in the back are going to finally get into the fight and go kill that totemic summons. His chariot's coming into the front of the feral orcs. The chosen knights charged my. They charged my the squid hopper guy.
Yeah, the Gnasher, yeah.
And once he ran, they redirected, made the roll,
okay.
and charged the Spider off the board.
Okay.
Then the Cave Gnasher hero made the distance to get in front of the Karkadan, the chosen Lord guy. But he still had the arc to not charge me and just go after my war machine.
Okay.
So then, of course, over here the chariot charged me, charged it there. And these guys going to continue fighting over here. And the guy that's sitting out there in the field is his adept of alchemy. He's in the unit. He's just not balancing up there on the hill. That's why he's sitting down there.
Okay.
By himself. It's not an actual guy down there. And over here, I guess we missed it. The chosen knights made the roll and ran down my fleeing Cave Gnasher hero.
Did they redirect?
They redirected, and when they both fled, they get to choose who they chase, and they chose to chase him. Now it's back to my turn. The feral orcs are going to charge into the knights because it goes much better if we charge them and if they charge us. And we smash them, wipe them out, and took 5 losses.
Okay.
And we overran.
And his dogs didn't run away. Wow.
And the dogs the dogs did run away.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't break into them.
Okay, something happened here.
We missed. I lost the picture, but I charged into the guys on the rear of the knights on the hill, wiped them out, and about faced. At some point, he put a wound on my general.
And he killed most of your.
And he killed all but one of the other knight, the boar riders.
Okay.
Actually, because I didn't kill them all, we won the combat. I think I left one, and the lone boar rider chased them.
Right.
the other unit reformed.
So I could turn around then.
And we're going to go on to turn 5. And turn 5. The Lord on the Karkadan thing is just rolling through every piece of artillery I own.
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting one, overrun, hitting the next one, overrunning.
Yep.
On my previous turn, which doesn't show in this picture, I charged the other Cave Gnasher into the remaining Karkadan.
Mm-hmm.
He had a total of 4 wounds left. I did a single wound. He killed me outright. So those things aren't doing that good. And on my turn to face where you see him here.
Mm-hmm.
So then on his turn, now that he's turned to face, on my turn, he's going to charge into the flank of my Boar Riders.
Okay.
Who had turned back around to try to put the, charge this guy on the bottom and put the last wound on him, not imagining their buddy would just completely get killed.
Got to make allowances for such things.
So, I'm trying to keep this guy from getting away from me.
Skywheel.
The sky wheel, which is directly in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with a single wide formation, and I am within 8 inches of him.
Okay.
So if he fails his march test, he can't get away.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at. And over here on the right, you can see this is my BSB who's come out of the unit.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure why I decided to do this, simply because I think it was on turn 5, bottom of turn 5, and it was making me nervous that I'd kept all my characters in units this long.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was the reason.
Maybe you were worried he was going to run to your flank and you wouldn't be able to see him.
No.
Okay.
Just some reason decided I'd leave him out.
Okay.
So over here, the lone chosen knight smashes into the flank of my boars.
And the other guy lost killed another war machine.
Runs them off the table, and the guy on the bottom kills off the next get launcher.
Okay.
So he's killed 2 get launchers and a catapult. So he's pretty much paid for himself in those 3 war machines.
Yep. Yeah.
Despite the ignoring the 600-point spider he rolled over too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so he's going to sit down there. And on my turn,
I guess you can expect him to start feeling like a Karkadan character more often.
on my turn, I failed to mention that part of my plan for making sure this guy couldn't get away, I cast Born to Fight. First, I cast Break the Spirit on him, which he stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I get Born to Fight on him, and then I cast Savage Fury on him. So now he has Frenzy.
Yeah.
So he's Leadership 8, has to make a minimized roll not to charge me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. 4 plus 4 is 8 inches. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the next roll, he of course fails it. Charges into me, and we splatter him.
Okay.
So got that going for him.
General.
My general fought him and killed him. Totaled it all up, and it was 55-44 to 28-54,
Okay.
which is a really good win for me, considering I could get most of 6,200 out of him. And the only thing I left him was half a character and half the Chosen Knight unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only 2 things he had left. But just at this point, we were talking, somebody else walks up to the table and says, "Hey, by the way, that guy right there that you only got half points from, he only has 3 wounds."
What was he on? Karkadan.
The Karkadan.
Yeah.
Apparently the Karkadan does not give him a 4th wound.
No.
So, based on that, he was dead, and I had all my artillery to shoot at the remaining Karkadan. So it was pretty much a 6,200 point win to his 28 minus my whatever he would have he killed that he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so it even comes a bigger win. But it was a fun game. These 6,000 point games are going to be a blast. I've decided this is going to be much fun. And again, this is Brawler Bash. Used to be a huge tournament, but with the demise of 8th edition, it seems to have gone down steadily.
It needs to be a monster tournament. So
It used to be a big monster tournament. The other thing, it was a big... the crowd down there in that area where they run it, down in Durham, North Carolina, took a big loss from the player base.
Yeah.
And then it became, because it used to field a good, 15, 20 players out of that area. And now they're 4 and 5, sometimes 6 players at most.
Would they switch to?
Everything.
Okay.
When the 8th edition went away, some of them switched to the
Kings of War.
some switched to Kings of War. Some just bowed out, like
Okay.
a lot of like a lot of people. They just took the opportunity to get out of the whole thing. Which I saw a lot. I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
That happened a lot. People had been playing forever and just said, "Okay, that's enough now." But because of that, the local crowd down there is dying. Was dying, and then the people from around are not coming as much because there's not as many people there for the player base.
Right.
Tournament size goes down and kind of feeds on itself and keeps going down. Luckily, now their local player base is starting to kind of resurrect itself a bit. So we'll see how that goes.
Is One Spitting still down there?
He is actually in Europe or something.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. He's moved to Europe, I believe.
Oh.
At least temporarily.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think he's coming back this summer, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But anyway, don't know if he's going to be playing or not anymore. I know he was at Mountain Mayhem and played, so
Yeah.
we'll see if he continues that. But anyway, so it's a fun tournament, and the completely different than all your other tournaments since the scoring system's different.
Right. Right.
And of course, the 6,000 is fun.
Yeah.
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 But that's going to do it for now.
Okay. Till next time.
Thanks for listening.